Well, I've been retired for several years now, and it's good to, it's good to be still recognized. And what I really love about this program for the Pro Football Hall of Fame and All-State, what they've done is not really recognizing me, because I really don't care about being recognized anymore, but about recognizing my hometown and all the hometowns of all the Hall of Famers across the country. And I think that's special. I think that's a great program. I think it's a great program for the kids, because they get to see and rub elbows with a Hall of Famer. Maybe the guy doesn't go back to their hometown that often, but they can see that, and they get to see the plaque, if the plaque is in the school or whatnot. And that can encourage them to, to focus in, to set a goal that's higher than maybe what they had before, and to let them understand that they can be a Hall of Famer in whatever field that you choose, but you got to work at it. And I think that's special.
Thinking back to your message today and your induction speech and coming back here and doing the camp, it seems like you personally have a great pride for Fort Wayne.
Well, I love Fort Wayne. Anytime I can plug the fort, that's what I call it normally, I do that. I think it's a great place. Anytime I can plug the fort in Purdue, I do that. I don't plug the other universities in the state too often, but I love coming home. My family's still here, my mom's still here, I got uncles and cousins still here, and my niece is still here, and I still have a lot of family here, and it's always good to come back to I believe Indiana's the heart of the country, and the heart of the country runs the United States. And I think it's always good to come back to be in the foundation of what's right.
You've had a few years to reflect on being a Hall of Famer. Has it really sunk in yet?
Yeah, I don't wear this thing too often, because in my home I'm not a Hall of Famer, I'm just dad, or as they call grumpy butt, but it's an honor, to being from humble beginnings and coming from Snyder High School to being in a place where there's only 200 some odd guys ever to be inducted into Canton in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I think, I realize how special it is, but to me, I still just want to be humbled and be a nice guy, be a country boy. I mean, if I can own a farm, I would own a farm around here somewhere instead of being in California.
You dipped into coaching last year. Any coaching in the future for you?
Well, I mean, the one thing about coaching is that it's not how much you know, it's about who you know, and you got to be in the right place at the right time. I really enjoyed it. I just don't know if the Raiders was the best place for me to go after everything that happened last year in that place. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed being around the guys. I enjoyed imparting everything that was given to me over my career from all the great coaches and players that have been in my life, and giving that back to the guys, and that green light clicks on for them. That's really, that's good to see for them, and I'm happy for those guys. So I enjoyed it. I'll never say never. If coaching comes my way again, then so be it.
What are your thoughts about the Colts taking
Luck?
Luck, #1.
Well, I mean, you never know. Everybody keeps saying if there is anything such as a sure shot, he's one of them. Even that being said, you just never know, because one player, everybody compares him to John Elway coming out, but everybody has to remember that John, he didn't win a Super Bowl for quite a while, and he didn't win a Super Bowl until he got a running back. So you cannot win in the National Football League on a quarterback play alone. You have to have some other talent around him. Hopefully they can surround him with talent. I know they're trying to revamp a lot of different positions for that football team, and if they can do that, then and they have a system that fits him, and he fits the system, then they can be successful, and hopefully it'll happen for him.
You played for a pretty big hitting defense. You're a pretty big hitter yourself. What do you think of the developments over the last couple of years with all the new rule changes and the emphasis and all that?
I'm not a fan of it. I think this is a bang-bang game. It's a fast game. The rule changes is set up for quarterbacks to succeed. When you have 3 quarterbacks thrown for over 5,000 yards in 1 year, come on. And you have the other, it's like another 5 threw for 4,500 yards or plus. That's when you have to sit back and go, whoa, all right, are these guys that good, or does the rule state they can be that good? I mean, you got Stafford up in Detroit, threw for over 5,000 yards, and we played them this year, and he's a solid quarterback, but he's not a 5,000-yard quarterback. He's not because 5,000 yards is a measurement of greatness, and I can't say that. So I think we all have to be very slow to praise highly when guys do so well on the offensive side. But on the defensive side, I think, they have to start thinking about how they're going to hit people. And, what scares me is that they can't go high, so they're going to start going real low. And they're going to start hitting knees. And there's going to be, you can't hit in the knees. And then where do you hit? So I think, that's a slippery slope I think the NFL got into. And it's going to be interesting to see where they go in the next couple of years.
Well, on that token, what's your take on this whole Bountygate scandal? Was that commonplace in the NFL? Or?
Well, I think what happened with the Bountygate from afar is that they gave them ample opportunity to admit to it. And I think if they would admit it, that they did say, let's hit the guy and all that. And, listening to the audio tapes that Greg Williams was speaking, God, that happens a lot. Because he didn't say in the things, go hurting the guy, even though he might say, go hit the guy in the knee or something of that nature. But you always had those type of talks before, and I know, when I came through the ranks, I would tell guys, man, hey, next big hit, I got a G. I would say that stuff. I wouldn't say go hurt a guy, but I would say the next big hit. That's always been around the game. So I'm a little surprised it was that severe, but I think it was that severe because they had the ample opportunity to admit to it, and they didn't.